Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that is due to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. News in this gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Oh my God. Man, I hate to admit this. I hate to admit it. But, you know, like, I go see movies from time to time because I like to people watch and I like to see reactions and stuff like that. Now, everybody know about this movie called The Color Purple, which was written, I believe, it was like a novel that came out long time ago. And the first movie came out in the 80s by Oliver Stone. Anybody know Oliver Stone? I believe he's like a famous writer, publisher, whatever you want to call it, right? But basically it dates back to post-slavery, early 1900s, when you know, women were mainly in subjection to their husbands, to their men. And you know, post-slavery period, when, you know, Jake was just getting freed out of the shackles. Jake had land, you know, Jake had substance, they had wealth. Well, this movie Color Purple, as we seen in the first one, was all about demonizing a so-called black man and elevating a woman. And when you watch this bullshit, because this movie is fortified bullshit. Honestly, they should boycott that shit because, for one thing, it was totally off. Those women were completely out of order. And it started off with this chick named Celie, right? Now, she's supposed to have been this abused, this black woman that was misused. You know, she wasn't pretty. She just had a horrible, fucked up life, right? So fast forward, she gets pregnant by her alleged father, which turns out the guy's not the father of the kid. She gets pregnant, and then this guy comes up, and he wants to marry one of the guys, or one of the daughters of the father. He wanted the young one initially, all right? So instead, the father told him, like, well, nah, you can't have my youngest daughter. You can have my oldest daughter, which shows you that marriages was done through the father. He had to get the father's approval, you know, and you pay a dowry. And he was willing to give up a piece of land for it. Well, he was like, well, look, you got to marry my oldest daughter. You know, she ain't pretty, but she going to make everything right. So basically, dude was so-called, I guess you would call him abusive, or he was just an asshole to this Celie chick, which, you know, the husband in the movie, he really wasn't shit, you know. But at the same time, whatever he had going on in his mindset, whatever he went through, you know, he pretty much took it out on his wife, because his first wife died, but she was committing adultery and shit. So I guess that put like a bitter tick in this guy's spirit. So basically, he was an asshole, you know what I'm saying? But he was in love with this hoe called Suge Avery, you know, where she was just a complete fucking feminist, man. Okay? She basically, her and this chick named Sophia, which was the character played originally by Oprah Winfrey, right? Now, Sophia was this loudmouth, fat nigga woman, okay, completely out of order. She didn't have respect or regard for men. You know what I'm saying? She disrespected men and she despised men. And basically, she pushed that feminist vibration on Whoopi Goldberg's character, which her name was Celie. You know, and basically she became rebellious to her husband. Okay, now while we're not really vindicating the elder man or the husband, because he was an asshole to her, but nonetheless, it's the fact that she became rebellious because she wanted to live a life like a hoe, man. Okay, so when you watch that movie, it basically is going to elevate the black woman and it's going to demonize Jake, man. You know, and that was the whole point of that movie coming out. And you know what? That movie came out at a perfect time, because that's going to make you women proud again, you know. And we're at the time now that Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai is really getting ready to judge the 2/3 of Israel. So that movie came at a perfect time to puff you women up, because when I was in the movie, I was really gritting my fucking teeth, man. You know, and they was applauding at the fact that these women were rebellious towards their men. You know what I'm saying? The fact that Suge Avery, she turned out, you know, the Celie chick, and basically told her, like, look, you need to get your own business. You need to stand up to this man. He ain't right. Do X, Y, and Z. And that fucking feminism has put a crazy vibration on our women. Okay? And what makes it so bad, to add insult to injury, it was a bunch of beta male simps in this movie theater, man. I almost feel guilty for going to waste my $8 on that shit. but I wanted to see the type of witchcraft Esau was going to put on our people. You know, because going back to the beginning of the movie, she was talking to our sister. This is CD. She was talking to our younger sister, and she was like, well, who was that guy on the horse down there? He looked kind of good. You know, her little sister like, well, that's the devil. Basically calling Jake the devil, you know? And throughout the movie, they demonized this guy like he was just an abusive tyrant, which he was an asshole. I would give him that. But they made it seem like the men in this movie were just tyrannical, man, you know? But then you had the son, the Harpo cat, which was basically like the simp of the movie because he was dealing with this bitch, Sophia, and he was basically the maid. I mean, she was telling the nigga, look, take care of the baby. Go make me and my friend some tea. She basically had that nigga in a dress, man, and some panties, you know? So that movie is going to do a lot of damage, man, because I see what Esau is trying to do. He's trying to reignite the proud spirit, which the black woman is still proud, okay? She's going to be completely out of order until the missiles come. But nonetheless, he tried to invoke the emotion of Jake women against Jake men again, man. And that's what that movie was all about. Because when I came out of the movie theater, literally, like, these men had a simp spirit on them, man. You know, you got bitches wearing the quotes and shit. You know, like the quotes they was making in the movie, like the women's empowerment quotes. And you got the wearing shirts and shit like that, and they with their men. So what I found out is that movie was really made for feminists, man. You know? Because right now, we're in a state of feminism. Okay, women are completely against men, and that movie is gonna add the insult to the injury. Okay, because hey, when you look at like the ticket sales, and when you go like and look at like you try to buy a ticket, and they give you like the seats that you could pick, this movie is literally sold out across the board. And on top of that, it's Christmas time. You know, so everybody goes to the movie theater on Christmas once they're done dealing with their families. But that movie literally is selling out as we speak. And guess who's there? A bunch of dumbass, simp-ass niggas and a bunch of feminists, man. I mean, you men are pathetic, bro. Like, I was literally just like, I had my head down in that movie. I really had the stomach to sit through a 2-hour worth of bullshit, man. Straight up. My mom was like, look, let me get a refund of that. I want my $8 back. But that movie was horrible, man. Okay? And when I think about the original was set up to do the same damage, man. Okay? Because in the time that came out, that's when women were rebelling against men extra hard. You know, and you had this nigga you had this nigga Harpo. You know, basically he lost both. Well, he got his wife back, but he lost the little side chick he had, all because his main chick turned her out, basically turned her against him. So when they left, all the women left the men, and then the men, you know, it was just a mess, brothers, man. I won't even, and I know brothers probably won't go see it, but I had to go see it because I wanted to see the mindset of the people. And I mean, when I say that these women were really cheering this shit on, I say, yeah. So that show you right there, brothers, man, what you need to see. Okay, this world is getting ready to fall, man, all right? And this world does not have the best interests of the Israelite man. Okay, even an Israelite man, as far as niggas in the world, they don't have the best interests of the Israelite man. Because when I went in the movie theater, there wasn't none but a bunch of bitch-ass niggas, man, that's enabling these hoes. And when you look at the movie, the dude's son, Harpo, and the nigga who shook Avery, Mary, basically, man, they was a bunch of simps, a bunch of yes men, beta male simps, man, that enable these bitches, man. And this is what the fuck we're dealing with. Straight up, you know? Yeah, Con, you took your little one to the movies. Nothing but Shirley in the Color Purple movie line. Yep, that's all it was, bro. Big Shirley. Big Shirley and a bunch of simp-ass niggas, man. I went to go see it because I was literally spectating, like, okay, I want to see what's what. I want to see how they gonna butcher this shit, and I want to see how they gonna demonize Jake. And I kid you not, man, them hoes, bro, they really are against they men. And you simp ass niggas that took your women to see that shit, you dealing with these feminists, man, may the Most High destroy you, man. Okay, you Jakes have totally took a backseat to wickedness, man. And honestly, if you with a woman like that, you deserve that shit, man. That's why when I see things like that, it make me appreciate like real sisters that's actually trying to serve the Lord. Because this kingdom is really set up to destroy us, man. You know, it's really set up to destroy our minds. Okay, destroy our dealings with Yahweh, Shemi Hawashai, and it's ultimately to destroy the families. You know, because the whole time people are watching this movie, Jake is the devil, but they're not even realizing that Esau Edom was a big role behind that, man. You know, they would never blame the so-called white man for that shit. But since Jake is playing the game, Jake is the one that's going to get demonized for it, man. Okay, they're not going to blame Esau and say, well, these are political moves that the so-called white man has put to destroy our families and keep us departed or keep us divided. Keisha would never look at it that way because she don't see the motherfucking devil. And even if Esau did show his horns, she still wouldn't believe it because her hate for Jake, man. Which goes back into Deuteronomy 28 and 55 when it says that the woman that is tender and delicate among you, it says her eyes should be evil towards the husband, you know, the husband of our bosom, and her son that come from between our legs, roughly paraphrasing it. So that's real witchcraft right there, man, you know. And at the end of the day, it's like the truth is you're gonna see the truth for what it is. You know, it's not gonna be some, oh, well, you know what, this is what it is. No, Yahweh Shai has been revealing the truth through his men, you know. So yeah, brothers, man, I wouldn't even wait. That movie really pissed me the fuck off, man. You know what I'm saying? It was trash. It was witchcraft. It was feminism. It wasn't nothing but a bunch of black ass women in there with a bunch of dreadhead, killmonger haircut ass simps. And you niggas are disgusting, man. One Jake was sitting next to me cause you know the Sealy chick and the Sugar Avery, they had a sexual encounter. The nigga sitting next to me, he like, man, I don't even want to watch this shit no more. But he was forced there because his fucking woman had him to go there, man. The whole time I'm looking at Jake, I'm like, you know, this movie is set up to demonize black men. He couldn't even say shit because he had to see it for himself. But you know, the woman he was with, she wanted to see that shit, man. You know, because see, most people are stuck on the first version of it. Like, well, the first movie, it was good, it was heart touching and all this other shit, but it was some wicked ass shit, man. Okay, because at the end of the day, even though that CV lady was getting the worst end of the stick, at the end of the day, she still turned to demon because she started following a hoe and a fat feminist bitch, man. You know, she started to become out of order. She started to defy her husband, you know, and she just started to be this empowered black woman. And this is what the black woman strives to be. She wants to be fucking empowered, man. You know, but you so-called black woman, this is the reason why, hey, you black men, Jake is leaving the fucking black woman at all-time high, man. Because that movie was really set up to combat the red, because the red, what they call the red pill movement, which is basically a MGTOW, which means men going their own way. That movie was really set up to combat the red pill movement, man. You know, and if Kevin Samuels was alive, I will be very impressed to see what he had to say about that dumbass movie, man. You know, but it was a weak revival at an attempt at feminism, and even then, there was no mirth in the movie theater like it once was. You know, people gonna leave out the press because they know in the back of their mind that shit ain't real. You know, so this is Esau's final attempt to try to rock Jake back to sleep. But hey, Jake is already asleep, man. It's just the missiles gotta wake him up. You know, but yeah, man. I'm pretty sure that, you know, brothers ain't gonna really go see that fucking trash. But if you want to be pissed off about something and you want inspiration for a lesson and to really, you know, put out the spirit of the Lord, because that movie was totally rebellious, man, in every fucking way. You know what I'm saying? Literally, like, I will never watch that shit again. That movie is trash. It's horrible. Okay, and it done Jake injustice, man. And that's exactly what it was designed to do. And I knew that, and that's why I went to go see that shit, man. You know, and it was totally trash. The very first one, the original one, it's way better, written better, scenes were better. You know what I'm saying? And even when they was trying to, you know, rock us back to sleep, it still captured some type of emotion. This shit was just dry full of musicals and a bunch of beta males and feminists dancing like a musical, man. You know, they attempt to try to revive the Christmas spirit, but it didn't work. You know. But yeah, brothers, man, I'm just like a little spiritual rant. That movie was horrible, man. You know, and you so-called black men out there, hey, if you don't repent and come back to your manhood, like the Most High said in the book of Job, he said, man, I declare you to be men. He said, look, gird up thy loins and be a man. If you Jakes ain't trying to man up in these last days before all hell break loose in there, you just gonna be another casualty out here, and deservingly so. Because I come out the theater and go to the washroom, you got this one chick, she put this shit in this dude, he like, yes. I think he said, yes, baby. Like, you know, he just had a whole dumbed down spirit on. Here this nigga got a beard twice as bigger than any brother in the truth, but yet his wife going to use the bathroom, and I get it, you know, you can hold your wife's shit if she go to the washroom, you know, common courtesy. But it's just the spirit he had on him. You know, he like literally had that docile, bound down, I worship women fucking spirit. She like, hold this. He like, yes, baby. And I was just looking like, oh my fucking God, man, are you serious? And this is why we got to get the hell out of here, brothers, man. This is like, it's hell dealing with these people. And this is the reason why I hate the 2/3. For real, you know, because the 2/3, they bring nothing but confusion. And they're the reason why the Most High is pissed off at us in the first place. You know? But regardless of it, that was a horrible movie. It was full of witchcraft. It was full of sorcery. It wasn't right, you know, and it was just a bunch of bullshit. You know, and to me, it was like a cash grab, an attempt to make something reignited, but it failed miserably. You know, so I mean, honestly speaking, it's not even recommendable, but period. You know, if your women go see that shit, hey, don't encourage your woman to go see that goddamn movie, man. That movie was horrible, you know, and the message that it did. But anyway, watch this movie, win the best movie award. It probably will, because, like, bro, like, when I looked at the reviews and shit, they was giving the reviews, like, all types of praises, witchcraft. But, like, when I checked out the reviews, like, in my mind, said that movie was probably like a 2 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? The acting was horrible. Everything. You know? But, yeah, man, that movie was just certified bullshit. And, like I said, a lot of Keisha, hey, this going to be the home run that's going to knock the ball out the park with these women, bro. So, hey, after the day, hey, good luck with trying to deal with Keisha, man. And that's all I got to say. But with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashimi, Yahweh Shai Bashir Kakwadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's will, you brothers will edify, man. To the next lesson. Shalom.